Looks like I'm living rent-free in your heads again, huh? I mean, if you're gonna spend your days obsessing over me, you might as well start calling me something respectable. Maybe Daddy Shizzy, or better yet, Papa Nut. Who's the grown-up here? Alright, it's me. Let's go. Call me Daddy, yeah, that's who I am. Running your mind's like a master plan. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, take your pick. I'm owning your thoughts while you still act sick. Call me Daddy, it's what you mean. Why you chase the crust and I take the lead? Living rent-free, that's my name. Go ahead, say it, put some respect on the name. Man, I'm too old, well here's a surprise. I'm the one with the brains while you're stuck with the lies. You act like you're experts, but here's the reality. I'm the one controlling your mental reality. So while you're out there trying to throw shade, I'm sipping coffee and you're feeling betrayed. You're mad, I got the spotlight, now it's my time. So why not call me Daddy or Papa with a rhyme? I'm the landlord and you're just the tenants, stuck in your headspace with no insight, no repentance. Call me Daddy, you know it's true. You'd be lost without me, stuck in the glue. Call me Daddy, I'm owning your mind while you're scrambling, trying to find what's behind. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, don't you see? You're living in my world now, I'm the VIP. Call me Daddy, just let it be. While you're trying to figure out your own identity. Oh, I see you're confused, trying to get it right. Spinning your wheels while I'm out of sight. You think you've got it figured, but you got it all wrong. I've been running your minds all along. But sure, keep pretending you don't care. Keep saying you're done, but I'm still in the air. You got no choice but to bow to my name. Daddy Shizzy is here to own the game. You say you don't watch, but you're obsessed. Every word I say puts you to the test. Call me Daddy, Papa Nut, you know you should. Because I've been living rent-free, and you know it feels good. Shizzy Daddy, all in your headspace, and there's no escape. Good luck with that.
Look at this wonderful group of people we have here tonight. Howdy all, howdy all. I hope you're doing wonderful. I hope you're having a good evening. Just a nice, chill evening full of crap. That's awesome. I'm traveling. It's my right. Yes, it is. Love it, love it, love it. See, you don't always have to follow the hate. You can actually come in and enjoy just a nice peaceful evening and watch some Sov Cits. We might even break out some games. Ooh, have you guys ever? Ooh, we're gonna have a little bit of fun tonight. Hey, how's it going, T-Rex? How's it going? I like you as a friend, but I will never, ever, 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 ever call you Daddy. Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will. You just did. Get it? Ah, yes. Good to see you, T-Rex. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Oh no, we got some wonderful Sov Cits tonight. We might actually jump into play a little bit of What the Dub just to entertain you guys, because Daddy Goat says, I'll call you Daddy. You guys are awesome. And you know this is all tongue-in-cheek. We're here to have some fun. Fun is what the name of the game is. It is hilarious. It is hilarious that there's a bunch of hate channels out there, and they don't know where to spread their hate, and I spent, oh my God, it must have been like 20 minutes today just scrolling through a lot of those Facebook posts and stuff like that. I'm like, oh my God, you guys just screen capture everything. Man. Oh, everything. Isn't that just a little bit? It's like everything. You guys are screen capping that stuff, and it is insane. is insane to see all of those screen caps in there. Yes, exactly. It is quite humorous. I mean, I do get a kick out of it. Seeing people screen cap things and they're circling it, just like, if you've seen this, it's just like, yeah, but you just have to put some of those things into context. I'm like, man, if only it were, if it were that true. Tugs thugs out here too. Yes, we love Tugs thugs. Tug has some of the most wonderful people out there, and it's just a glorious thing to see. We and in this space, in this YouTube thing, and everyone thinks this is, anybody can do this, and then once they get into it, they're like, oh my gosh, the kind of shade that people want to throw on you and get upset, and it's like, it's not that hard to do this, and you'll see the, well, so and so said such and such about so and so, and it's just like, okay, did it hurt my feelings? Did it get to me? Did it get to me? Did it touch you the wrong way? I don't find it enjoyable. What I like is reading something that's really interesting, or seeing something that really catches your interest. I mean, sometimes you just got to take a breath, reach out, touch grass, and not let all this stuff get to you. And so that's what we'll do tonight. We're going to reach out, touch a little grass, and then we'll probably finish this one off from the other night. And I think there's another one on here that I wanted to check out, and then we're gonna throw up a game and see how you guys like it. See if you enjoy it. And it is interactive. You get to join in on the game. So, and T-Rex knows how to play it. He's seen it before. It's a good one. You'll have a blast. If you haven't seen it, you're gonna find it really fun. But let's go ahead and finish this one out from the other night. It was crazy. Yeah, before we lost power, this is the one that I was doing, and it's just a crazy one. So you'll see. It sounds really familiar.
Heat. So she's been no heat since the end of July.
Folks, one at a time, please. Go ahead, Miss Wendy.
Gosh,
I've been trying to get her out for a couple of years, but the end of July, I terminated her lease. Told her that was it. She needed to get out. That house needs to be fixed. It is not fit to live in. And then I find out, well, she accused me of turning gas back on. Why would I blow my own house up with kids in it? I don't understand that. But then I also found out that she told someone, I guess it was in the foster care program or something, that the house was fine and she would be living there another year. That house is not fit for anyone to live in right now. We've got to get her out. We cannot afford to do everything that needs to be done. And we're going to get a real estate agent in there and find out what that house is worth as is.
Oh, wow.
But I'm trying to get our house back. I went for possession of property.
Okay. Ms. Hosmer,
yes.
Why don't you want to move?
It's not that I don't want to move. I can't afford to move. And now I have all this stuff going on. Well, no, because my electric bill is ridiculous from running 6 space heaters for 3.5 years.
Geez.
So who could afford to live here? Not only did I have replaced the well pump so that I had water here 2 times. I've done several things here.
But Ms. Hosmer.
Yes.
Okay. She's filed a termination case.
Yes.
You don't have a lease.
No.
She's not asking for money.
No.
She's asking for possession back.
And we have
she received federal funding from Sarah since COVID.
And there's also something else I want you guys to see. So stick around after this before we do any games, and you're gonna, the next one after this is gonna blow your mind. I mean, it is going to shine a light on a lot of stuff that whenever you start hearing it, you're going to get spooked. I mean, it's going to send chills down your spine. If you stick around for it, you're going to see it's going to get spine chilling. So just stick around after this. And I almost forgot about this. I knew that it was on here. It's about a 30-minute video, and we're gonna break it down because it is something that I think everybody that is watching what's going on with the scammers is going to lose their ever-loving minds over this. You're going to see so many similarities. I can't even imagine how people are going to react to this. It was something that's going to really bring this to heart. A lot of this stuff, and it's almost going to bring you to tears. So stick around for after this. It's going to be, it's mind blowing.
Oh, but I don't know if they got 12,000. They got quite a bit of money.
No, we didn't.
Yes, you did.
Hold on. Okay, that's fine. So why are you bringing up the ceremony?
Because she was supposed to have the heat fixed. You withheld half of it so that she had the heat fixed. It was never done. They have not been in here. I was red tagged by Consumers Energy for a gas leak. I was without a stove from August until January. Nothing's been done here. Nothing has been done.
Gas leak fixed after several times of you canceling on
The
them.
lease.
That's why we got to get someone out. We got to get you out so we can get in there and get someone in that knows how to fix it.
But you were supposed to.
Well, that one right there, I'm not going to watch 14 hours of a girl banging some guys. It's just not going to be what I want to do. It doesn't interest me. No, I would be laughing at it. I would be laughing at it. But no, I've commented on it, and I think it's a grift. I think that she's got some seriously mentally bad issues going on up here. If she thinks that that's even acceptable in society, just like, it's like, I don't know. What does that prove? I think she's just broken. I don't know, just the news story. No, just the news story. Oh my God. Oh yeah, never mind. We'll let me
To fix the heat while I was here.
Stop.
Okay, so stop.
Hey,
Ms. Hosmer,
Yes.
Good.
she didn't fix the heat.
No.
Let's say that she didn't. Okay,
The
what do you
boiler
want me
system
to?
needs to
What
be
do you
fixed.
want me to? What do you want me to do?
I would pay rent if the house was fixed. They've never done it.
She doesn't want you to pay rent.
No.
She wants you to leave. So
Okay.
let's say for the moment, everything you're telling me is true.
Yes.
What do you want me to do?
I guess a certificate of occupancy so that it can be inspected, so that I can prove that she's wrong and get Sarah money to move. I don't know. I have a lot going on now. I have an open CPS case too on top of it, which I was just about to be done. Somebody
Okay,
called
fine.
on Sunday.
I don't know if she called.
I don't know
I'm
who
not
called.
a family
Somebody
court
called.
judge. I'm not a family court judge. I'm
I
here to
understand.
decide this property.
Yeah, he's here to decide on the property. Lady, you need to chill the hell out. Oh, and I do have a new video that's going to drop tonight for members only. That will be almost immediately after the stream ends, and I'll give you guys a taste of it. I'll give you guys a little taste of it. If you're interested in checking that out, that new video will drop, and it's not a very long video. It's something that I was working on the other night, and I thought it would be pretty cool to see, what you guys think of it. It's what, maybe about a 2-minute video. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's music, so it's not like there's going to be any explosions or anything like that I know of. We'll see.
All right, that's it.
Okay. The amount for my electric bills is ridiculous through the winter. I've never been compensated. I bought the heaters. There's been a gas leak. She did sign the red tag. She also, Brooklyn Plumbing told me, I spoke with the owner when we were in court at the time, and I had a lawyer due to that fact. She did turn the gas back on because Brooklyn Plumbing didn't do any of it. And she signed Brooklyn Plumbing's name on the red tag. Like, it's a mess. And I called Brooklyn Plumbing. My lawyer contacted them. I guess you don't remember that in court.
Give me a trial date.
But I don't have any money to move right now. Zero. I have all this stuff going on with CPS. Plus somebody else just called. So,
lady, if you don't have any money to move right now, what makes me think you're going to pay rent? Oh my God. What is wrong with this lady?
just a mess.
All right. So apparently on Zoom, you two can't conduct yourselves properly. I'm just going to put it that way. So you guys are going to have to come before me because you're not listening to me. You guys just want to talk over each other. So you're going to have to sit in my courtroom and I dare you to talk over each other. So I'm going to set this for non-jury trial
You double dog dare him, Judge.
in person. That will be on March 29th, Wednesday,
Wow.
At what time, Your Honor?
9 a.m. sharp. Guys, bring all of your evidence of everything. Do that. You'll talk when I tell you to talk. You won't just start blabbling on. Thank you.
Thank you, Your
Thank
Honor.
you.
Have a good
See
weekend.
you Wednesday. Bye.
See you Wednesday.
Can't wait.
Bye.
All right. Is this my 11? I'm just going because I'm so done.
Poor
Court judge called the
Judge.
case of Wenger
Here he
versus
goes.
Hosmer. It would have picked you up at the table, but that's okay.
Oh, that's all right.
All right.
I can lean on this.
Your name?
Lorena Wenger.
Your name, ma'am?
Gabrielle Hosmer.
All right. Okay. This is a
Man,
termination of
it's
penancy action. We've had a
Maybe
couple of
David Mary's
appearances
highlights.
in other cases
You see, hey,
Um,
Mary,
before this.
Mary, the troll slayer. I'm clueless here right now. That's okay. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. This is and like I said, I've got something coming up after this that you guys are not going to. You definitely don't want to miss this. It's gonna really make your heart sing whenever you see it, and not in a good way. There'll be some violins playing and some worrying stuff here, but I think it's very important that you guys see this. So hang around after this. It's going to be so it's a palate cleanser, and then we'll maybe get to some games. Maybe we'll see.
Your position, Ms. Hosmer, as I understand it, is that there was no lease on these premises. Is that correct?
You did.
No, there's a lease. She received federal money.
Hold on. I wasn't.
There's a lease.
Ms. Wenger, is there a lease?
No, it was terminated on July 31st.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know if it was terminated or not. I have a lease.
Sorry?
I have a lease. It was month to month for COVID.
Okay, but it was month to month.
Yes, it was a month. Originally, it was a year lease. Then it was month to month.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
And
it's
according
over.
to the
Lease is
complaint, the lease would have expired on July 31st of 2022.
well, if
Yeah.
that's the case, then how did she get federal COVID money for rent?
Doesn't matter.
She got Sarah funding. If
That
my
still, okay,
lease expired. I mean,
that still could happen under
I'm trying to find somewhere to go.
the COVID. Okay, so that's,
Jesus,
I know
like
what's
it's not there.
Somebody just called on Sunday on me, even though I haven't had my kids in 7 months. They called because of my house. So
Hey,
I have therapy. I have people coming to there for my
Okay.
kids. I just have a lot going on.
so,
No heat, no water. Which today I'm gonna have the water fixed.
okay, so,
I'm looking for housing.
all right, so let me ask you this. Because I don't see a defense to this case. So
I have a defense. I had a lawyer. Do you remember during COVID or no? I've been in court with her for like 3.5 years.
ma'am, I recall the two of you being
See.
before me, believe me. But this is the date for
Sure, he
trial.
does remember.
But if we can
She's
resolve this
crazy.
case, then we'll try to resolve it. Otherwise, I will be trying the case.
Okay.
Mhm.
So let's just make it real clear. and We'll just be blunt about this.
Sure.
Ms. Wenger wants you out.
Yep.
You, as I understand the relationship between the parties, I think it'd be a good thing if you were out.
Yeah, I don't.
She wants to get the house fixed. You don't laugh about that. That's what her.
Well, I haven't had heat
She,
for 4 years.
well, ma'am, look,
I get it.
no, listen to me. You've been talking ever since you come in here,
Yeah, at this point, you should.
and I let it slide, but
Just
you two
shut.
may not like each
that
other.
thing
I
up.
don't care. The reality is when you're in here, because you guys couldn't do it when you were on Zoom, you'll be respectful to each other.
Sure.
Mhm.
How much time do you think you need to move? Because
Probably like a month. I'm looking right now.
Well,
But for rent,
here's the thing.
yeah, she's living.
Ms.
rent-free.
Wenger's entitled to, I don't see any reason why she shouldn't have a judgment for possession. So and she'd get basically
Very
10
true.
days under the statute.
I need a little longer than that if I could.
No,
I'm not opposed to moving, but like I said, I have foster care
Yeah,
workers
you
coming to my
are.
house. There's a bunch of people involved, and I don't have anywhere to go right this second.
that's
I
not my
found a house
problem.
in Lincoln Park, but
Are you done?
No,
Because I'm not gonna keep trying to talk if you're just gonna talk. So you tell me when you're done, and then I'll address the question to Ms. Webb.
$2,000 a month because I'm running 7 space heaters in there to heat the house so the pipes don't freeze.
So you what?
There's no heat. I provided the space.
So what do you want me to do about that?
Nothing. I would like to be appointed counsel. I tried getting counsel.
This is a civil case.
Civil
don't
case.
appoint
You don't get appointed
Okay,
counsel.
well, I tried to get a lawyer. I can't afford one.
Well, I think we advised you at the initial hearing on all of the cases that have been before me that there's legal services.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know who to call. I just have a lot going on, Your Honor. I'm sorry. My kids got taken away from me. There's no evidence. It's just a bunch of crap going on.
Jesus.
It doesn't mean that I won't move.
Shut. Sip it.
But I'd really like to sue her. But that's fine.
She just cannot
I'll just
shut a
leave.
pickle.
But I have to find somewhere to go.
Wow. Just
Are you done?
endless.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Thank you. Ms. Winger, how much time would you be willing to give her above the 10 days, if any?
I would give her 2 weeks.
Okay, so you'll say you'd give her 14 days.
Yes.
That's generous.
These were the 28th because I'm off. It's different. 29th. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. You want a month, say you give 14 days. It's going to fall somewhere in the middle because of the timing.
birthday.
Today's the 29th. She'd get 10 days. So 30th, 31st,
Yeah. Congratulations.
10 days would be the 8th, which would be a weekend anyway, which would then effectively be
Made
the
it around the
10th.
sun another.
If I give
another
14
year.
days, it's going to be the middle of the week, April 12th,
It
right?
might be.
What
I
I'm
don't
going
know.
to do is I'm going to give an additional 5 days to get through that weekend and then make it April 17th. Okay,
17.
Ms. Winger, you understand what I'm indicating?
Yes, I
And
do.
would that be acceptable to you, the 17th?
Yes, it is.
Additional 5 days. Okay. Ms. Hosmer, I realize you wanted a month,
All right,
but
do the- get
that's
this figured
just
out.
shy of a month, but a writ
Oh,
wouldn't issue to the
yes.
17th. Is that acceptable to you?
What is a writ?
A writ is the order of eviction.
Okay. So
Yeah.
then I can come back here and if I need a couple more days.
No,
No.
you would not be able to do that. So here's how the process works. Ms. Wenger would have to file a judgment today so that I could sign it, giving you, and the writ date, or what we call the writ date, or the order of eviction date would be the 17th. You'd have to be out by the 17th. If you're not out by the 17th, then Ms. Wenger would have to then file what's called the order of eviction or the writ with the court. Once I receive that, then I sign off on it. That then goes to the sheriff's department.
Okay.
Yep.
And then from there, you're really on borrowed time because the sheriff can show up, they can do, and then they move you out because you haven't moved yourself out.
I'm working
Right.
on it.
No, I know
Doesn't
you
matter.
are, but I'm just saying that's the
Doesn't matter
process
whether
that it
you
would
are or
follow.
not.
Do you understand that
Thank you,
process?
Tammy.
Yes.
Okay.
So
So,
basically it would buy me like 3 more days. Is that what you're saying? 72 hours?
well, I put 72 hours on the writ, but I will tell you this, that as I tell everyone, I don't have to put that 72 on there.
Right.
I may not in this case, don't bank on it.
Okay.
So you're looking at the 17th.
Okay.
And you should really have yourself ready to move because at that time it's just borrowed time. And I'm not going to stop the writ from being executed or the order of eviction.
Yep.
Once they've served it, I'm done. I'm
Okay.
not gonna, I've signed the order. It's
Sure.
gonna happen.
Okay. I appreciate it.
Okay, you understand that?
Yes.
There is no
Okay.
I'm
appreciation.
not
that-
trying to stay here. I mean, I have a lot going on, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
So what this
Doesn't
basically
matter
does is it
what
gives
you
you
got going on.
effectively 10 days more than statutory, 5 days more than Ms. Winger was giving you.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna do in the case.
Sure.
All right?
That's
Is there-
generous.
Almost afraid to ask, but is there anything else from either side in this case? Ms. Wenger, anything from you?
No.
Ms. Hosmer, anything from you?
No.
All right, very good. Ms. Wenger, I would suggest that you, since you're in the building,
Mhm.
stop at the counter, tell them that you need a judgment form, fill the judgment form out so that they can get it down to me so I can sign it. Okay? Thank you,
Yep.
folks.
You know, should be on top of that. Anything to get this
Is
kind
Judge Conlon still working?
No, my benchmate of over, Richard Conlon you're talking about? My benchmate of over 20 years, he retired, I guess that was 3 years ago.
He signed the adoption papers when we adopted our twins.
So
Yeah,
that,
that's very generous of this.
would it have
judge.
been Patrick Conlon or Richard?
Well, this would have been in 2000.
Let's see. So they were both on the bench at that time.
I
But
don't,
if it-
it was the older gentleman.
I'm not going to tell Pat that. I bet you.
Yeah, they're just gonna have a discussion after that. But that judge is pretty generous, and these things will all come back around. If she's not out of there by then it gets really crazy because this is going to be, I don't know how to put this. This next one I'm going to show you is disturbing and very scary. Very, very scary. And I want you guys to take note of this because it's not a laughing matter, and it's very serious. What you're going to hear is pretty damn disturbing. And I think that whenever you hear exactly what's going on with this, it should set off some alarm bells for you guys. It should set up some serious alarm bells off. So if you've seen this, just know that I apologize ahead of time, but this is a little scary.
The Appalachian Channel, and I have some very sad news about some things that's been going on at Camp Rosebud, where I've been for the past 2 weeks. I am back in Tennessee after leaving there last night, after finding out that all the money that had came in through checks has disappeared. It's gone. And I know people sent money on GoFundMe. I raised $28,000, and I did not release that money to her because immediately I started seeing signs that something was very wrong there with Rosalie. And so immediately I started the GoFundMe to help raise money for her. And then I tried to have checks sent to her in her name. And they were checks come in by the tens of thousands of dollars, most likely. I have no idea, because I figured that as the checks come in, she would come and say, John, we got $2,000, $5,000 in, and tell me every day what came in so we could take that money and buy rock and wood on the property. So if you send a check to her, to Rosalie Toro at the 1701 Maple Road, or Maple Creek Road in Rutherford, please pause the video, call your bank, and stop payment on that check. She's told me from the very day I got there that she had 6 women and children that wanted to come stay there that were homeless and living in tents. Well, those people never showed up. They were never nobody homeless. But I thought once we got a place for them to stay, whether we got an RV or a tent fixed, they would show up. Well, one thing we needed was gravels really bad. And from day 2, I started putting her address and her name on the video description and asking people to send a check there to help support what she was doing. And
now this becomes very important if you're listening to what he's saying. This is somebody that was reaching out. She was saying that she was opening up her property for people that were affected by Hurricane Helene to come stay on her property. This is what she was supposedly doing. She was, and people were sending money straight to her for this venture. Yeah, he was happy to build out the home sites on this lady's property. He was trying to get everything put together to get this all set up. She offered her property, and then all of a sudden it went sideways. And he's put this out as a warning. And no, she's not there because I lived there years ago. It's a coincidence she ended up there now. Yeah, this is spooky. Like I said, be careful where you put your money. You know, if it check everything out. And the problem is you'll find out that people are actually very giving. People are very giving. And in this case, this guy got used and duped, and he had no idea who was being duped into it because he had already come up and worked it out. He was there at the property talking with this person. And then all of a sudden, there's nothing there. She's taking the money, cashing in those checks, money that's supposed to be going to help people out. that becomes a big problem because now it's his name on it. We've said this very
and now after 2 weeks, that money that came in is gone. It could be, I've raised a lot of money for a lot of people, but this for the victims there or the people helping the victims. But this is the first time that it took me a good week, a week and a half to start realizing that something was terribly wrong there with Rosalie and at Camp Rosebud. And, you know, I put personally, untold how many thousands of dollars of my money. Right, here's my receipts. I got them all right here. And anybody that worked there as a volunteer that came knows that I sent my personal PayPal card and I sent my personal debit card on multiple times to pay for all of this right here. I don't know how, I have not even totaled it up because I did not get into Tennessee last night until 1 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, geez.
And so, yeah, I'm very upset with Rosalie. Last night, yesterday I had to go film another project. And when I come back into the camp, she immediately come to my motorhome and started demanding me to transfer the $28,000 that's in GoFundMe. If you send it GoFundMe, you're fine. The money's there.
Yep,
You can
it's got the money for
withdraw that
GoFundMe.
money back, or I have other groups that are actual legitimate places that like, I'd like to send that money to the Volunteer Relief Corps who came there this weekend, worked. I've been working with them since almost the very first weekend of Helena. They've been going out every weekend. They're a group of ex-military guys. Most of them are, and they go out and they help variety of people. They're boots on the ground, and I've worked with them. They've been in several of my videos before. Actually,
yeah, I mean, he's using his power to get people together. I mean, this right here is admirable. He sets up a GoFundMe. The money goes to him. He's showing everybody the receipts. You notice that, you know, some people don't show those receipts where that money might be going. You know, he's saying, listen, this is how I'm doing it. This is where everything's going for it. This is where I'm putting it together. And he's using his clout, his connections, his people to come out and put these things together. You know, he films the videos. He you know, tries to promote these things whenever he's doing them. And here he is. Now here he is looking and going, what was I thinking? What, I mean, but he's been keeping very good track of everything that's been coming in, you know, where everything is at. It's going in. He's got his own personal PayPal credit card that he's using to make these purchases. He's tracking every single thing of it. And this is yeah, and this right here is why a lot of people don't give money to charities or organizations or groups of people, you know, and like I said, always be careful of where you send your money. If you're donating to something, you want that transparency, because without transparency, this guy could have easily just taken that money and walked away. Nobody would be to the wiser. You know, no, there's eyes on him, but not that drastic. But see, it's a short-lived grift. Yeah. No, we give to charity. Giving to charity scares me. Yeah, that exactly. Yeah, this right here was on the news. Absolutely. Watch where you put your money, folks. Just watch where you put your money.
Actually filmed them this weekend. They're doing work at Camp Rosebud, and they did a tremendous amount of work. But I had asked them to come help set up tents because supplies were being burnt that were coming in. They were getting wet. They wasn't being properly taken care of. So that was one of the things I wanted to take care of was, you know, I knew there were tens of thousands of dollars worth of supplies there, and they were out being covered with tarps outside when I got there. So immediately I get a trailer, a large 50-something probably foot storage trailer to put feed and things in, because it was on the ground covered with tarps, animal feed. And all this stuff got sent to her through different organizations since the Helena flood, 3 days after the flood. She immediately took advantage of that. She went and bought some food at the Tractor Supply and put on Facebook that she was giving out food. Immediately when people saw that she was helping the people in the area, they started bringing her food.
Yep.
And then they started bringing her supplies. And then the other companies, I'm not for sure who else sent supplies there. I did get an email yesterday from a group called American Patriots that was really upset. They saw the video I'd done and they could not believe how the supplies were not organized. They were.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a group that comes out and they do a lot of these things also. Whenever they see these kinds of things happening, they're like, because they're experienced in setting these kinds of systems up for people to get all. Yeah, it does audio coffee. I agree. And they're used to seeing this, and whenever they came in, they saw that wait, no, this is not how that should be. That's not how you do that. I mean, there's different ways of doing it. This is definitely not one of them. They were very upset because those supplies weren't organized in any way, shape, or form. It was going to cause lots of problems. Definitely can hear the Tennessean accent with this gentleman. That's right, Mary. That's right.
Were just in boxes that had never been opened. They'd been leaked on what little tent she had. Water got on them, mold got on them. A lot of stuff was been destroyed, and it did not matter how much stuff that she had and could not cover. When people would bring merchandise there, that she would take it. And I started telling people, stop bringing supplies. We cannot handle it. We don't need that many supplies. And so some of the other hubs that are distribution hubs that where people are buying stuff off the Amazon gift registry and send it to these other hubs, they have excess stuff, and all the hubs will exchange products. One might have more heaters, one might have more blankets or sleeping bags or tents, and they would work with each other. And because all this stuff was donated by people wanting to help the victims and sent to these different, a lot of it was churches or nonprofit organizations. And that was my problem with Rosalie. She was not set up as a nonprofit. And she said she used to be, but she didn't keep up with the paperwork for what.
Sounds familiar. Sound familiar? Sounds really, really familiar. I'm late for an important date. Hey, Nikki, how you doing? It is, yeah, this is a little scary that she's got a nonprofit, but she didn't keep up with the paperwork. Why wouldn't you keep up with your paperwork? Yeah. It's a little scary.
Whatever reason, but what happens with a nonprofit? You have a treasurer that has to take care of the money, that keeps the checks and writes the checks, and as the checks go out, then somebody else signs off on the check. So,
it is like deja effing vu. Yeah, isn't it though? How you doing tonight, Paul Storm? Oh my God, yeah, this is absolutely crazy. That the checks go out and somebody signs off on these checks.
So there's accountability for the money. And so when I got back yesterday, she came in.
Let's see what I mean. Accountability for the money. You have to have accountability for the money. All of that stuff needs to be tracked. It needs to be traced. You need to know where that money is going. You know, and this right. And I've said this before. You want to see how fast money gets cut off. You want to see how fast money gets cut off, like Xnate, where people will stop donating. Don't be transparent about it. Be completely like shady about it, or use some sort of excuse of saying, "Oh well, only if you donate, then I'll show you where the money is and where it's going." That's not how you want to raise money. And if you think that people are doing hate work, you know, they're just like, oh, they just want me to show them how much money I make. It's like, no, you're saying you're doing this for a charity. You're doing this for a donation. You've got to have transparency with it. There's a reason why transparency is very, very important. A lot of people miss out on this. So much orange. So much orange. Yeah. This is absolutely crazy. And I've said this before. I've got no problem with people donating. I think that it's a wonderful thing to donate if you know the cause you're donating to, donate to it. My only thing is I have questions. Whenever I have questions, it's not because I'm looking to donate. I just have questions. Yeah. Yes, exactly. She did the same thing in Northport before she moved to Otter Creek. Don't know if it was true or not. I guess that stuff will be found out. I mean, if, like I said, if you want to donate money to them, that is absolutely your prerogative. But just remember that transparency is the biggest thing that you want to have if you're having people that are receiving money and you're sending your hard-earned dollars to somebody. If not, then where's it going? What's being done with it? It's more than just gift cards. It's more than just writing a check and sending it to somebody. If you really want to be cautious of where that money is going, because is it enriching somebody else? Are they doing it to grift off of you? Sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're being completely 100% accurate with their books. They're keeping good track of it. They're asking for people to come help them get things straightened out. But like I said, there's just a lot of questions being brought in on this. Ooh, see? Absolutely, Debbie. Absolutely. I'm sorry. I didn't have the screen pulled back up.
People are buying stuff off the Amazon gift registry and send it to these other hubs. They have excess stuff, and all the hubs will exchange products. One might have more heaters, one might have more blankets or sleeping bags or tents, and they would work with each other. And because all this stuff was donated by people wanting to help the victims and sent to these different, a lot of it was churches or nonprofit organizations. And that was my problem with Rosalie. She was not set up as a nonprofit. And she said she used to be, but she didn't keep up with the paperwork for whatever reason. But what happens with a nonprofit, you have a treasurer that has to take care of the money, that keeps the checks and writes the checks. And as the checks go out, then somebody else signs off on the check. So there's accountability for the money. And so when I got back yesterday, she came in demanding me to send the...
Yes, she email through. Angie, you can get Shizzy's email through his, yeah, my email is there on the YouTubes.
$28,000 in the GoFundMe to her account that she'd set account up, and she wanted the money in there today. And I'm like, no, Rosalie, we've got to talk about where's all the money went to that's supposed to have been buying gravels here. Rosalie, there's no gravels. It's a mud hole here now. You can't walk through the place and not one truckload of gravels in 2 weeks.
We know about mud holes, don't we?
Has come onto this property. And the very first day I come here, that was gravels and wood that I was trying to take up. Things for nothing to do with the supplies. The only thing I ever asked for was heaters. And those come in from another hub in Flat Rock. One of the churches sent them there. And because they had an overstock, and that's what they do, is supply hubs with heaters and propane and different things like that. And, I did see people coming in every day and getting supplies, food, clothes, and different things. And so I did see the community, the people. These are probably not victims of the flood, but were just people that had just in a bad spot in their life. They were.
So, I mean, yeah, I mean, you can do it that way, but you can use the same email address. I don't know. I've never set up GoFundMe. Never had to. Have I donated to GoFundMes and charitable things? Yes, absolutely have. Have I promoted GoFundMes and people's to gift stuff? Absolutely have. I did initially for Jeremy's legal fund at the very beginning when I first started doing these. Since then, I've not done that, and if people were interested, they're welcome to go check it out. But I stopped promoting any sort of GoFundMes. I had to. I was getting a little, not the way that I look at it, because there were other people that were reaching out to me asking me to say, hey, you know, I've got this GoFundMe, can you promote it? And I felt that it was a little hypocritical that I would show one person's GoFundMe and not other people's. So therefore I stopped promoting GoFundMes. You got no sound? I've got sound. I mean, can you guys not hear me? Looks like it's working. So love the Tennessean accent. It's a soothing accent. That's right. That's absolutely right, girl. You know it. Find grants in your area, Walmart, Sam's. Yeah. Okay. We're good then. Hopefully you can hear the sound on this too.
Or people that come in that said they were homeless, that they needed a tent, and I personally loaded tents in several times for people, sleeping bags, food, heaters. Supplies were going out. Was not the problem with the supplies as far as giving them to people. People would get stuff. The problem is where did the money go to? Now, I'm going to estimate, because 2 different times I got checks out of the mail, and they were 25 to 30 checks a stack the 2 times I got them out of checks. I have money before. When I raised money, I'd always have that money made out to the person it was going to, never me, unless you're supporting my channel. And every YouTube channel has a GoFundMe or Patreon or PayPal to help support those YouTube channels to keep them doing what they're doing. So especially once I started reporting on the commissioners in Haywood, how they was not letting tiny houses be put out, people wanted to start financially supporting me. And so as money started coming in, I was using my money to buy food for all the volunteers. So if you was a volunteer there, or even on other projects I worked with, if you was a volunteer, many times I would always take the volunteers out and pay for all their food, because people were sending money for helping me with my motorhome payment, helping with my gas being there, my travel expenses, food, and then also paying for food for the volunteers. So every night that we went out to eat with volunteers there at Camp Rosebud, I paid for the food. I've got the debit card receipts. We went to Copper Penny. We went to the Mexican restaurant. I paid for pizzas multiple times and food to be brought during the day for lunch, because every time I'd asked her, Rosalie, where's the money at that's come in? We need to get some of this money and get some rocks ordered to get rocks put down.
Now, and whenever he says this, he's not doing this to say, "Oh, throw me more money, feel bad for me." That's not what he's doing. He's saying he's explaining to you folks that what exactly it is that he's doing. Now, there's folks out there that will not do that. They'll say, "Oh, look at all the things I'm doing. I'm doing this with my own money because I believe in this cause." And that's not what he's doing. He's saying, listen, you know, I had people sending me money that was taking care of my motorhome payment, providing me with gas so I could be doing the Lord's work, whatever it might be. Being very straight up front about it, not trying to blow it off, just saying, you know, I'm happy to do this because this is money that's coming to me, and anything that I've got left over, I'm happy to do this. This is what somebody that's a philanthropist will do. They're seeing a need, and they jump in and they go to action, and they're not looking for the donations or making money off of it. Anything that's left over, it's going back into whatever cause that they're fighting for. Yeah, he sounds very credible to me. But he's also said, hey, you know, any money that people were donating at this for Camp Rosebud, if you donated to that, then you need to, you know, just know that your money that you sent to that GoFundMe is still sitting there. Everybody's going to get reimbursed their money. That's very
and
important.
we need 40 loads of rock put on this property. Not one rock was ever put on there.
Damn.
I got one camper that showed up when I was gone out of, I went back to Tennessee last week for a few days to come back and take care of some business. I came back and there's one trailer there, a Cherokee trailer, and I thought there would be somebody living in it. And there was also a pop-up trailer, and you might have saw that in my last video, which I've tucked those videos down right now. And I will be making another video exposing everything that's going on and what's happened there. But this Cherokee trailer, nice camper trailer that I thought was being donated for a mother and their children to live in, is what I was told.
Wow.
But when I show up, she says she's taking it over as her office.
Whoa.
And that all that she was doing was hoarding supplies in it, stuff that was coming into the hub, things that she wanted. She was having the volunteers come over, set it in front of the door. She kept it locked, and then she would unlock it and set all these boxes of supplies in there, and no one stayed in that camper ever. Although we had volunteers come. I had volunteers that watched the video and wanted to come help and be a part of that, because thousands of people want to be a part of helping the flood victims.
Whoa.
But unfortunately, there's people taking bad advantage of everybody's generosity.
Yes.
And so I had to come back to Tennessee last night. After I asked her last night, "Where's the money, Rosalie?" I said, "You had to got $50,000 to $100,000. And she said, no, I only got 18,000. Well, that's probably what's already cashed and cleared, to 18,000.
Wow.
But she said, all that money's gone. I said, "Rosalie, what did you use that $18,000 on in a week? Where did 18,000 go in a week?" And she said, "Helping women and children." I said, "No, there's not been no homeless women and children that you've been giving cash to at all."
Wow.
And they have been people coming in, getting dog food is a big thing, which all that stuff's donated. She don't pay for none of that thing.
Wow.
None of the supplies that come in, they're donated to other hubs throughout Western North Carolina. And those hubs, that when they get an overstock, they will ship them to another hub, to somebody else, to help somebody out, or they'll put those supplies on the vehicles of volunteers and have those volunteers take those out to people that they know that are in need. And so, yeah, this has been a real mess. It's really embarrassing to me that I asked people to help, but that's the reason this morning I'm asking. Your GoFundMe's fine. You can go on there and you can pull that money back out of that GoFundMe. I was smart enough not to let her have the GoFundMe money. But the checks that came in, there are a lot of those checks most likely still being held at the bank to clear. So please call your bank this morning and tell them you need to put a stop payment on that check to Rosalie Torrey, because there is no women and children staying there like she kept claiming that she.
Wow. Wow. I wanted you to show this earlier. Well, thank you, Debbie. No, I wanted to show this earlier. I actually pulled this up last night. It is really, really heartbreaking that people are taken advantage of so easily. I mean, it is heartbreaking to me to see people getting taken advantage of. And you'll see this a lot with people that are seniors, or they live in cities where they're not out there, and they don't have the time to go out and check these things out. And then once you start checking them out, you're like, oh no, this is serious. This is serious. There's nothing there. They're not doing what they're saying that they're doing. Beautiful, but very cold landscape. That is the background for this gentleman. Yeah. It is. Well, it's also early in the morning, as you can tell by the way that the sun's being cast on there. And just imagine if somebody is out there and they don't have a place to stay. They don't have any power. They don't have any heat. Just imagine what it's like for them.
She had a list of them wanting to come. Well, we had a bus donated by church. They could have been somebody living in the bus. We had a pop-up camper, and the only people that stayed in the pop-up camper was some of the team members, Brittany and her husband, that came with the Volunteer Relief Corps, because they had children. And I told Rosalie, they're going to stay not in a tent. They're going to stay in this pop-up camper with a buddy heater going to keep those kids warm. And that's what they did. They stayed there this past weekend in that. But no homeless women and children ever showed up there. What she was telling me, that she had this list of them, that she was putting these tents up, and there were wood that I bought for the platforms to build another tent. And there's the wood still there. I paid for the a huge fence that we had built that was put up by
Huge
volunteers, but all the concrete, the 4x4 posts, the slats, right here in my pocket, I paid for them ongoing because she was such good at crying and saying how much she wanted to help these women and children that I kept putting money, my own money, in thousands.
Just imagine that. Someone crying, saying, "Oh, I'm doing this to help the women and children." Where's that money going? Where'd that money go? What women and children did you help? Because everything that you have has been donated. Everything that you have has been donated. And then people on top of that were throwing money. Well, where'd that money go? Because they're not handing you money directly. Those people that are handing her money directly, it's gone. That's why he's telling them put a stop on that check. Yeah, crying on cue. Yeah, crying on cue is always very suspicious. Woe is me. And there'll be another grift that comes along. Look at the horrible things that are happening here. Oh, this guy is just talking shade about me. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. And man, I would imagine at some point in time, because if people were sending her checks through the mail, that would be considered wire fraud. That would still be considered wire fraud because they use the postal service to send money, which could end up a lot of prison time and a lot of fines. Yeah, this isn't going to end well for her.
Thousands of dollars of money that was sent to me. I even gave her cash that was brought to me. There's a couple that came Saturday. The first Saturday I was there, they came and they had watched my videos for years. I can't think of their name, but they was actually in one of my videos at Orion Brooks's. They showed up and got me $500 cash. While they're standing there, Rosalie walks by. I said, "Here, it's $500. Let's get some gravels with this. Here's cash. We can get the $500. Days before that, I gave her $300. I can't even remember what that was for. It was supposed to have got wood or screws. I can't remember. Well, she never went and got them. So when I asked, I need to send this money to get some Lowe's to get some stuff that I gave you. She said, "Oh, it's not. I got it at the house or whatever." So I had to give my debit card to pay for whatever had to be bought that day. That $300 went missing. That $500 cash went missing. And then another guy gave me $100. Another guy gave me $200. I can't remember. There's a lot of cash come in that was for me, for my channel, that I just handed over to her, thinking where we're going to get some gravels to put down there so that we could help people with, supplies, food, tents, heaters, clothes, whatever. And none of that money that I gave her ever turned into.
Well, and here's the thing. Got here late. Who's this person who has been stolen from? Everybody. We're talking in the hundreds of thousands of dollars now. Never check one count. If she has 50 checks, that's 50 counts. No, try thousands of checks. We're not talking just a couple. Somebody said something there that was very, very interesting there. What was it? It was she's done this before. Oh, according to her mom, she's done this before. Oh, man. Yeah. Sadly, the woman doing this reason many will not support people truly in need. Well, and that's the thing, because here's the thing. He is legitimate. He is legitimate. He just didn't vet her close enough. And she wasn't legitimate. He came in. See, here's the thing that happens in these kinds of situations. Okay. What you do is you have somebody that's a bit of a scam artist, and they get somebody else involved in the scam that's a little bit bigger, can raise a little bit more money. They're good at raising money. Well, if that person vets it all out and says, "Yeah, everything that I'm doing is on the up and up," and then it starts becoming a little bit shady and they continue doing it, that means they're in on it also. And that's what we've been seeing lately is, you can sit there and say all that you want to. If you are being upfront and honest, Got no problem showing those receipts. Got no problem just putting it out there and saying, this is my books right here. Take a look. These are my books. It never is a problem. You know, it shows where the money came in, shows who it came in from, shows where that money was spent, and it shows every single track. You know, whenever you've got, say I donated 5,000 gift cards to you. Each one of them were $100 each. That'd be what, $50,000? Donated $50,000 to you, and they were all in gift cards. The last thing I would want to see is somebody cashing out those gift cards, because then that's cash that you can't track. Be like, well, I donated those gift cards for something very specific. That's not how they're being used. Let it be a lesson to other would-be thieves. I would hope so, but no, people will continue doing it. Even when I was homeless, I never asked for money or help from anyone. Yeah, I mean, whenever I was broke, I did ask a friend of mine to give me a place to stay. I didn't have anywhere to stay for about 7 days, and they managed to hook me up in an abandoned house with no heat. Luckily, it wasn't too cold out, and I had some warm clothes. But yeah, they were very helpful, and the only condition I had on it was, well, you're not supposed to be staying here, and come and go, but only come and go at night, and don't burn the damn house down, and make sure that it's cleaned up whenever you leave. And I abide by it. They're in all their rules. You came on. I naturally thought you were talking about no. Yeah, I don't know anything. I don't know what's going on with her. You can hear all kinds of stories, but I don't know what's going on with her. I'm talking about giving to charitable donations or donating money to places that is not being accountable. And that's what we're seeing here. Someone being completely not accountable for money that was coming in. This guy was raising money for her, and then found out that, well, she's raising money because she's saying that she's going to be helping all these people out. And turns out she's not using that money to help anybody out. Well, she's using a little bit, but rest of it was pocket for her. Pocket for her. Everyone is having a hard time these days. For someone to do it is just so wrong. Yeah. What's up, Rosalie? How you doing, Rosalind? Good to see you. Good to see you. The Roz.
Anything. I never saw it. The only proof of any money that I've got that came in was $500 that went to the volunteer relief group that I told her, because they brought probably several $1,000s worth of wood to build a floor, 2x6 floor base. They did a wonderful job. They brought the wood, they built the base, they cleared the whole tent out that was full of clothes, put those clothes into another tent that was donated from another church that shut their hub down. And so there've been a tremendous amount of supplies coming in there, because so many of the hubs are shutting down. A lot of over 2 months into this now, a lot of the volunteers are burnt out from working, giving out supplies. So a lot of the hubs are having a hard time finding people to volunteer. So little by little, they're shutting down, leaving excess millions of dollars of supplies in North Carolina. And it's been an overwhelming response of people wanting to take care of these people. It's a great thing to the people that want to help. But if it's not being used right, the money's not being appropriated right, I have to expose this and tell you that, hey, I made a mistake. She conned me for the first week. And then I started seeing, when the first night that she did not let 3 ladies that come there to volunteer sleep in that camper, make them sleep in their car, and it was 18 degrees that night, and nobody got to sleep in that camper that had buddy heaters in it. I knew there was a problem then. So that's when I started pulling everything off with her name on it, pulling any links down for her GoFundMe, pulling them off of the descriptions of the videos. And then little by little, as I started seeing what was happening, I started talking to people that started pulling onto the property that were locals. And they started telling me she's a known scammer, that she's been using that petting zoo saying that it is
petting zoo.
Rescue center for pets to get people to
Oh.
donate money for rescuing animals for years, and
Whoa.
that she's not rescuing animals. She took in a few dogs. One dog she took in, and I actually found that dog in a cage behind all the supplies with no food or no water.
Oh,
It'd
geez.
been there for 3 days, puppy, and it was on one of the videos. I took that dog out. There was a dog pen over there that she could have put it in, but she kept it in a cage, no water, no food. I put that dog in a cage and fed it and gave it water. And the night it got cold, I went out there and made it a shelter, made it with blankets and different things. And the next morning I brought it into my motorhome and warmed it up and fed it. And then finally somebody adopted it. That's about it that I saw that came in there as far as animal rescue, one dog. And so she's been using this a rescue center or this petting zoo, or she'd say she rescued animals and from people that whatever reason she would take them in and then use them in the petting zoo. The only thing that was there was 4 goats and 3 horses, and she's got some chickens running around and some rabbits running around over there at the trailer that she lives in, which I think's her mother's trailer. Wow. And then she used to own a property to the side of the property. If you come in the driveway, there's a nice house to the left. She says she used to own that at one time, that she sold it. Why she sold it, she never did say, but there's definitely a problem with money with her. If she had this nice house, had to sell it, move over here to this trailer, which I do believe was her mother's trailer and not her trailer at all. And then
living in a trailer.
Probably 3 days ago, a couple pulls in onto the property and says, John, I just wanted to stop by and meet you, shake your hand and tell you that you're doing a good job making videos and you're helping a lot of people. But right here, Rosalie, that you're helping, she is a scammer. And I just want to let you know. So at that point, I'm starting to get confirmation that, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Sounds familiar. Sounds really familiar. Yeah, I mean, this is a guy that puts his face on the camera. He's willing to walk up there, ready to, put his money where his mouth is and do the work and put the effort in and make sure things are going properly. And whenever people are coming up and saying, hey, they're a scammer, instead of backing her and saying no, she's not a scammer, she's on the up and up, because that brings him more money. I told you see this stuff all the time. How many times have we covered different kinds of scams that people are running out here? Like I said, if it smells like crap, looks like crap, don't believe them whenever they tell you that it's chocolate. It's not. It's not. These scammers need to be held accountable. Make accountability great again. That's right. Yeah, game changer. Yeah. Wait till. Yeah. I don't believe in 5 karma. That's crazy. Dumb spelling play on words from last night. Never mind. Well, you've got an invite, bastard. You're always welcome to come on.
Okay, the locals know this. And I'm like, how do you know she's a scammer? They said, well, her daughter lives in her backyard right now, because she lived in where your motorhome's sitting over there. Oh. There was a trailer that her daughter lived in, and she sold that trailer to get money. And then her daughter had nowhere to live, and they moved. I don't know if she's renting from them or living in a trailer or living in an RV. I have no idea what she's doing, but she said, we know everything that's been going on through her daughter, because we're taking care of her daughter now, and because she sold the trailer she was living in. And the trailer hookup is there, and I'm hoping that maybe after this gets out and gets exposed, that she'll straighten up and she'll do what's right there. But she's saying $18,000 came in, but it's all gone. I asked her, where's it at, Rosalie? She says it's gone. I'm hoping that money's being held at the bank for it to clear on a new account. If she set up a new account, that money will be held for 7 days. So that's the reason I'm saying the checks to Rosalie Toro, make sure today you call your bank, put a stop payment on it, because she has not used that money. Not she spent $500 of it, and the other day she bought barbecue sandwiches and was complaining. She came to me wanting me to buy lunch again for all the volunteers, and I'm like, Rosie, where's all the money that's coming in? All the checks. I got a stack of checks out of the mailbox. She would not let me open them. She would never tell me how much was there, and that was a sign immediately that something's not right. So I immediately started pulling that address down. But that very first video I put out that had her address on there probably got 200 to 300 checks coming into that property in her name. And
200 to 300 checks.
Some of the money's probably already cleared, some of it's not, but she is not got any homeless women or children living there. There are vehicles there that they could live in, and they're not there. They're not living in them. I've not seen them. She's actually so good at putting on a show that she's helping these poor people. You know, before she was running a scam on telling people that she was running a rescue center for animals, and then Helena hit, and now she's got a rescue center for people and animals. So now she can double the money coming in, and she contacted me about coming to make a video to help her raise money, and I've got it on my text where she called and said, come down to she called it some kind of hub. Call me, I need you to come make a video. I rolled in there, I think November 26th. Have to look, I could be wrong on the date. But to make one video, and I got out and see all of these supplies everywhere, uncovered, in the exposed, being rained on. And I thought, I've got to help her secure these supplies. And that's what I started doing. The supplies are secure now, but she's not. I've spoke to some of the other people that run hubs. There's no more food or heaters or things going there, and because they'd already been hearing, hey, there's something bad going on there at Camp Rosalie or Camp Rosebud. It's what she didn't even have a name. When I got there and made the first video, I said, I need a name of this place, and she said it's the Glamping Petting Zoo. Well, I said, you know, you're rescuing people that you're telling me that you're wanting to take all these women in, and you saw that you got a list of women. You saw that on the video, or talking about the tent that she had there, and different things about how many people were homeless there needing a place to stay, and that she needed me to help her raise money, and that's what I did. And unfortunately, it's not being used for that. And she admits $18,000 came in so far, and I'm thinking it's 25, let's see, 25, 50, 100,000, I have no idea. But if you sent her money, email me, put donation made to Camp Rosebud in the title description. So I'll look at it, because I'm getting a tremendous amount of emails, and I'll look at those first, and let me know how much you sent so I can get a total of how much money went there. And I don't know if she can be prosecuted by the for running a scam on this, but I just had to disassociate myself and come back home and tell people that, hey, I got scammed. I've got other people helping and volunteering. And, you know, my big thing was too, the animals, wanting to see the animals have good pens, better pens, clean pens. The pens were nasty, not clean. And we cleaned the pens and would feed the animals and give them water. So I think, from what I can tell, she was had all these cages set there with no animals in them, and saying that she was running a rescue center and getting people to donate money to her rescue center is the best I can see. Now, that's just my opinion. I'm going to tell people that, you know, I got taken too. I spent at least $2,000 there on my credit cards and buying food for the volunteers. There's thousands of dollars here for wood, for fencing and decking and different things that happen. And then not only that, she was running off all the volunteers. She would just go off on them, and they would leave there in tears. And if you was a volunteer there and Rosie was verbally assaulted to you, let me know, send me an email. I'm going to put everybody's story together to let everybody know what's going on here. I'm going to put a stop to her raising money, saying that she's a rescue center for animals, or she's a hub trying to raise, you know, money to keep women and children. There's never a woman with children there. One night that I know of, two 18-year-olds and a 22-year-old stayed there that were not a family. They were just kids that needed a place to stay. She tucked them in for maybe one night, possibly 2 nights, and then they were gone. They never did come back. I don't know what happened to them. That's the only people that stayed there. And so, yeah, it's not just her. There's a tremendous amount of scams going on with other people in that area. So if you're going to donate to somebody, make sure it is an actual 501c3, which means they're a nonprofit that's set up, that has a treasurer that takes care of writing the check, somebody else signs the check, and that
you see the difference in what he's talking about, a 501c3. Just having a 501c3 doesn't mean anything. Whenever you have a 501c3, you actually have people that are getting paid. You have people working for you that are getting paid. Most of the time you're setting up a 501c3, you're not doing it because you're trying to be, setting up some sort of rescue or pet rescue or something like that. And you can do that. But a 501c3 has somebody that's writing the checks, signing off on the checks while you're out raising money. That's sort of what those 501c3s are for. That's why they've been put together. You have it set up in a system where you have somebody that is being held accountable for these kinds of things that are coming together. You were at the checkout store and a little girl was dancing by the door, looked at me and ran to her mom and hurt your feelings. Well, don't be hurt. No, it's not Carol Baskins. It is someone named Rosalie Torres, I believe is what the name was. Also buying supplies for tax-free. Yeah, I mean, all of the things that you can do with a 501c3. If they won't give you their number, I wouldn't donate. Exactly. There's a lot. Don't necessarily have people getting paid. That's true, Roseman. That is true. 501c3s don't necessarily have people getting paid. But whenever you've got enough money that can come in there and you've got this kind of money that's rolling in, you want to have somebody that's handling those books to make sure that everything's on the up and up and everything is being tracked, because you're going to get audited the shit like crazy. So I think Roseman runs a 501c3. Maybe. I don't know. She could tell me if she does. But yeah, it's completely different. This is like this is her running a scam. Yeah, and I mean, one of the reasons that you'll have a 501c3 is so you can pay people to actually do things for you. That's so, because it takes a lot, especially if you've got people that are volunteers, Northport City Concerns in there. Yeah, you'd have to send me a link to. I don't know. I have Facebook, but I don't like follow anybody. So, and if people try to follow me, I don't accept their invites. Oh, okay. There you go. Right there. A 501c3 requires 3 board members in order to even get your certificate. Wow. See, I don't know these things. Like I said, I'm no tax specialist. Yeah, she didn't send in her annual report. Well, yeah, volunteers are the best. No 501c3 here, just private sanctuary. See, that's completely different. Yeah, we take who we can support alone. Exactly. Yeah, so Rosalind would know this better than me. I'm like I said, I'm not smart in this. I did. Oh, it's crazy.
They're accredited or been, approved that they are a real legitimate nonprofit business helping people. And I hate to bring this video this morning. It's very disturbing to me. That's what happened there. The time that I put in for 2 weeks actually physically working, carrying bags of dog food and building things and cleaning things up and burning stuff and hauling garbage off. I spent 2 weeks of my life that I could have been making videos of other things there to show different stuff that's going on in Helena. But right now, I'm not for sure when I'm going to go back there. I might be back there at some point to do other videos. But right now, I've got to take a break. I've got to sit back and figure out what happened, how I got scammed, how I let other people in on this by listening to her, But the only thing I could do is right now, this morning, get this video up as fast as I can to let you know what's going on. It's up to you whether you want to stop payment on those checks, and some of those checks has already went through. And if you donated stuff there, like we had a Cadillac down donated, the bus from the one church donated, tents donated, we had RV trailer that she's filled full of junk, nobody's living in it, donated. We had a pop-up camper. If you donated them things and you want them back, call her and tell them you're coming back to get those things, or you're doing a report her to the sheriff's department and to the Rutherford County district attorney for running a scam. And I'm pretty sure she'll let you come back and get those things. And I've got another hub 30 minutes away from there at Camp Cotton Patch, and Tammy and them are doing an excellent job. They're legitimate, helping people, not taking money from nobody, but they are excellent. And I've already diverted one trailer that was supposed to come to Camp Rosebud. I called them days ago and said, no, there's something not right here.
I bet you could.
We're not getting people here, like she said. Send this to where I know that a family will be put in this trailer. And that's what's happening. That's been delivered there, and it's going to a good place, and there'll be a family in that trailer this weekend. But if you gave supplies or you gave anything there and you want it back, her phone number is right here, and call her and tell them that you don't, there's no women and children staying there, that you want your stuff back, that you donated, and tell them that tell her that you're coming to get that stuff. Go back and get it and take it down to Camp Cotton Patch that's in Ellenburg, and I'll put that information in there. If you want to help somebody that I've known since the day I walked in there, and everybody will tell you has a great reputation of helping the volunteers that come in, giving them a place to camp, and then loading them volunteers up with supplies and sending those supplies out to be given to people. That's the place this stuff needs to go to. And so I'll let you know on the next video more about how much money came in, and how do you, even she admits to $18,000, and she's telling me last night, John, all that money's gone. Where does $18,000 go to in a week? I have no idea. But I've got my email in here. You can email me if you have sent money. Let me know so I can get a total of how much money come in. Let me know if you got payment stopped on it, and then we'll try to put a stop to this and help people that really need to be helped, that people that's reaching out and helping people legitimately. But it's already been popping up. There's a tremendous amount of people scamming with different things on YouTube or TikTok or whatever, because of the Helena thing, saying that they're raising money, send me money for gas or whatever.
2 days ago.
And they're not really doing anything. Now, I have people that I've raised money from that has really been out working.
Well, if you're wondering where the money went, he suspects that she's cashed those checks, but she's opened up a separate account to transfer the money in there. It takes 7 days for it to come through and do a transfer, which would give them the opportunity to freeze her accounts. And that way they could figure out where that money went to, because there is going to be a trace on that. There would be a trace on that. So they would be able to trace exactly where that money went to, and how much came in. Yeah, it's they're looking at it. Oh,
volunteering or doing things for people that I've seen ongoing that are legitimate people. So I'm not saying everything's a scam. I'm just saying if you want to help, we've got to make sure who we're helping and not sending this money where it's not being used for what it's supposed to be used for.
Absolutely.
And I hate that I have to make this video this morning, but make sure that you share this with anybody that you know that might have watched any of the Camp Rosebud videos. And that way, if they sent money there, they can stop that payment on that money. And then if you want to help somebody else, next time, believe me, we won't make a mistake. I'm getting off here to get in here to get this uploaded. I'm John Ward with the Appalachian Channel. Thank you for all the support for the channel, those that sent money to me to help me. That money is gone. You can ask any of the volunteers. I put money, my personal money that was sent to me and gave to me in cash into that account. My money's gone too. My time's gone. So there's nothing we can do but pray about it and learn from our mistakes and try to not get conned again and try to continue to help people, because there are many people in that area that needs help throughout Western North Carolina. And I can say that they were people coming in on a daily basis getting supplies, and I'd see that food. The biggest thing we gave out was dog food, cat food. That stuff was all donated to that camp. She did not buy none of that stuff with that money. It's all donated. It comes in free for when it's been taken up. So, you know, they were people that has been helped, that's got clothes, tents, heaters, and so forth. But no more cash needs to go in there. The rest of that supplies needs to be distributed out to people. And then maybe she can get things under control and figure out, hey, I can't continue to do this way, and maybe hopefully she'll straighten things out and really turn that into a place that's actually helping people and animals. I'm going to get off here. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.
Well, and you have to have something to report, and that's the thing. Can't wait for Northport Files part number 2. And yes, can something report to law enforcement? Yeah. It would be that county, I believe is Northport County. I wanted you guys to hear something. I think Roseman is still in there. I think Roseman is still in the chat. She's gonna like this. This one is for Roseman right here. There you go. Yeah.
Roseman needs a box lined in gold. Her dreams got shattered, but she's bold. The tires crushed it, now it's worn and old. We'll fill it up with what she needs. Please. She works her ass, but in her heart there's no room for romance. Picks up the pieces of that stuff box. Her body strong, sexy, rocks. Fill her box with We'll turn her wrongs back into right. Her heart's on fire, but she needs it right. So Miss Roseman, ready for the night. The world can try to smash her box. She owns the night, she holds his rocks. With every fall she stuffs her box. In her hair those tangled locks. Boxes break, no sass. She's working with her ass. With gold inside she'll always be a legend in our history.
What's up,
Fill the box with we're turning wrongs back into right. Her heart's on fire, but she needs it right. For Miss Rose,
Thanks,
we're ready
Elfie.
for the night. The world can try to smash her box. She's working with her ass. With gold inside, she'll always be a legend in our history. Fill her box with
I'll give you that.
We're turning wrongs back into right. Her heart's on fire, but she needs it right. For Miss Roseman, ready for the night.
So the context of this is, and you have to understand that the context of that song is that Roseman, she cares for asses that have she's got her own little sanctuary that she takes care of them, make sure that they're living out the best of their lives. Miniature ponies, miniature horses, that kind of stuff. So she has her own little ranch. And one day she got a gift and she backed over it with her truck and she smashed her box. And so there you go. That's the best way of putting it. I mean, I don't think I can put it any different, but we came up with that song for her. And so what I did last night is the first song on this album that I put out. I did create a new video for it because I was like, I'm gonna release the whole thing for you guys whenever I end the stream. Whenever it's over, I'll release the whole thing for you guys. It is I think you guys are gonna like it. And so it is the first one on there, and I'll give you a guys just a little taste. How's that? Just a slight taste, because it hasn't been completely released. Hasn't been completely released, but it will be. It will be at the end of the day today. So whenever can you get a link? Oh, you'll get the whole video. It'll show up if you're a member. It'll show up members only, and it'll be up for 24 hours, and then not quite 24 hours. Yeah, about 24 hours, and then it'll be released to the rest of everybody else will get to see it. So I'll give you guys just a little taste of what it looks like. Here you go. This is the video that I started on for it. I'm just going to give you a taste. That's it. And that's all you get. That's all you get for now. Oh, yeah. Well, that's all I can say is, that is their prerogative. They can do it however they want to. I have no say-so over how people spend their money. If you want to donate to it, that is entirely up to you. But as others have said here, if you're donating to something like this and you feel that it's a worthwhile cause, then that's where you want to donate. I can't make people do one thing or another. I just want people to be aware for their own safety, And so, would you guys like to play a game tonight? It's fun. It's fun. There'll only be enough room for a few people to join in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create this thing, and it's going to be and I just want to make sure I've got it. And new game. We set it up. More options. And we're going to make it. All right, bad word filter. We're going to have to put some bad word filters on here because I don't want anybody to get ranked voting on. Repeat clip to dub. On. Okay. And I'll put the link up in here for you guys. So that way you can see exactly what it is. So give me a second. So where you're going to go is, give me just a second. It's going to be play WTD. You don't have to, if you're on a computer, this is much easier. If you're on a phone, it's going to be hard. TD.com. So it's going to be playwdt.com. Copy. Here we go. So this is where you're going to go. You're going to go in there, and it's going to ask you for a room code. Whenever it asks you for the room code, I will give you the room code here in a second. And I just need to make sure that I've got this set up. There we go. Now, if you've not played this before, it is funny, like very funny. Like you'll be laughing by the end of it. And let's see. And that one. There we go. Now, you don't have to purchase this. I'm telling you right now, it's not something that you have to purchase. at all. So this is something that you can do on your own. And go to this really quick so that way I can pin that up there for you guys. And we're going to pin this up there. Pin message. There we go. So the message is pinned up there. So you can click on that. That'll take you to WTD.com. It'll be what the dub. And the room code that you're going to put in there is going to be this one right here. It's going to be XJLW. XJLW. That's what you're going to put in there. And whenever you come in, you'll see the screen, and it's going to look a lot like this. Give me a second. Stop this. Present. There we go. Audio Coffee's played this before. Share screen, and I'll give you the whole entire screen here so you can see it. And wow. And even if you don't get in, you can still participate. You can still participate in it by being part of the audience participation. It's absolutely the most fun that you could possibly have. There we go. So now we got audience members joining in. And all you have to do is vote on it. If you're already in there, just vote on it. You will see. It'll give you the rules.
Welcome to What the Dub. The rules are simple. Each round, a video will play with missing dialogue. Each player enters their wittiest replacement dub. Players watch the dubs and vote on the best one. The player with the highest score at the end of the game wins. It's just that easy.
Super fun, super easy.
Round one.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me about the boys you've met.
What are you waiting for? Enter your dub.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Seeing those come in. There we go. Yeah, and all you have to do is just type it in there. Once you get it typed in, then you hit submit. There are sound effects in there. Got to go call your mom. You folks have fun. Catch you next time. Good to see you, Elfie. You have a good one also. We'll play a round of this, and you'll find it will put a smile on your face to see the responses people come up with for that dub. Should put a smile on your face. Oh yeah. Hey, Shizzy Check. Can't sleeping 307 here. Well, you get some rest, and you get some rest. Gotta get some rest. It's absolutely fine. Just got a phone call. Middle brother still holding in his own. It's
Time's running out.
Debbie. It's really good to hear. Oh, Tammy, hit enter. It'll be fine. You'll be good.
Tell me about the boys you've met.
They are so dumb.
That's a good one.
Tell me about the boys you've met.
Well, I don't like hairy chests.
Oh, she doesn't like hairy chests.
Tell me about the boys you've met.
Their attitudes are too young for me.
Too young.
Tell me about the boys you've met.
Wealthy Yarol tal dark and handsome. Min real mitimen.
Tell me about the boys you've met.
I met one boy who said he likes to lick carpet.
Everyone's a critic, including you. Time to vote.
Oh. Oh. What's the room code? It's right up there in the corner. Is XJLW. Oh, second best. Third best. So there's different. You can rank them. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. Hairy chest, yes, hairy backs. Ah, nope. Wouldn't let you hit.
You're almost out of time.
Sorry to hear that, Tammy. Nice.
One word. Wow.
There you go.
Look who's in the weeds. Tough up, Jack.
There we go. At least I got on the board.
Round 2.
Corpse is yours. Do what you want to do.
All right. Show him you're not just a pretty face. Enter your dub.
This is gonna be good. Oh yeah. You let your hair chest grow into dreadlocks and shaved into Bob Marley's face in it. That's a good one. The carpet was the clear winner. This one goes sideways real quick. Oh yes, they do. Trust me, they go sideways really
Corpse
quick.
is yours. Do what you want to do.
All right.
Well, I like white meat. Leg for you guys?
Corpse is yours. Do what you want to do.
All right.
All right, nurse. Whip all his organs out and throw them around like confetti. He won't know.
Oh no.
Corpse is yours. Do what you want to do.
All right.
1.
Corpse is yours.
1.
Do what you want to do.
All right.
When we're done here, you wanted to get lunch down under.
Corpse is yours. Do what you want to do.
All right.
I propose that we just dig right in. I skipped lunch. What a way to break a fast.
Corpse is yours.
God.
Do what you want to do.
All right.
Take him out for a spin.
What did you think was the best? Vote.
Some ball talk. Yeah. Oh. Let's see. No. Let's take him out for a spin. I like that one. That was pretty good. Oh. Well, and the cool part about this is you can come up with anything that you want to on these within reason. Also, just so you guys know, you can change the voice. The way that you change the voice is down the bottom. There's a little thing down there that will tell you the kind of voice that it is. Yeah, be very creative. Yeah, be very creative. So whenever you're entering in your text, if you look down underneath all that, it'll tell you the language that it's using.
You're as fit as a butcher's dog, kid. Way to go!
Nice. Good one.
Round 3.
Well, what are you doing here? That doesn't sound very nice.
Time to let your ambitions soar. Enter your dub.
Good night. You have a good one, Belinda. You get lots of rest, and keep up the posts on Facebook. I get a kick out of reading those. You guys are awesome. Oh yeah, Road Tower. I think weaving miniature cherry Timu charms pretending to be mystical man parts would look fab on you. Plated sweaty wrappers to make it festive.
Well, what are you doing here?
Question mark.
Question
That doesn't
mark.
sound very nice. Well, what are you doing here?
3.
3.
That doesn't sound very nice. Well, what are you doing here?
I am gonna give a Cleveland steamer. Does that sound good?
That doesn't sound very nice. Well, what are you doing here?
I've come to warn you about the dangers of too much rewinding.
Great.
That doesn't sound very nice. Well, what are you doing here?
Looking for that AI chick that was here earlier.
That doesn't sound very nice. Well, what are you doing here?
I was told to install this mattress in the back room. Would you mind showing me where that is?
That doesn't sound very nice.
Vote now, or forever hold your peace.
Oh, that's good. There we go. Oh. Too much rewind. Blockbuster. Too much rewinding. Hell, lets me vote, not join. I'm sorry, Steven. Well, and I will tell you, if Tammy, if you don't want to play, all you have to do is just leave the game, and the next person will be able to jump in and play in place. I understand. Don't worry, it's no stress. No stress. Yeah, it is fun.
Just vote already.
Well, I moved. I got my spot back. Oh, that's glorious. That's glorious.
Someone's got it made in the shade.
Way to go, Patrick.
Total schlock.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there you go.
Round 4.
What's worrying you, John?
Time to shake the world, kid. Enter your dub.
This suit has crafted itself to my skin. The suit has crafted itself to my skin. I love it.
What's worrying you, John?
I don't think I went to the bathroom before heading out on this mission. I need it now. Like, now.
What's worrying you, John?
Lynette keeps throwing me under the bus.
What's worrying you, John?
1.
What's worrying you, John?
This catsuit is chaffing the boys.
What's worrying you, John?
That's a good one.
I heard that there was a turtle rescue around here, and I am real hungry.
What's worrying you, John?
We forgot the red, blue, and pink ranger. Where are they?
Vote for your favorite dub.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I love it. Oh, thank you, Green Veggie Beast. It's good. How did I wind up in this hospital again? At least I'm awake this time. You just catching up. I love it. Thank you for the $5 super chat. That's so nice. Oh my god. It's been kicking me. Oh. Bathroom is an easy answer for me. Hey, that's nothing wrong with that one.
Kid, you're slicker than snot on a doorknob.
There you go,
I
Cynthia.
score.
Nice.
You're headed to Nowheresville, kid. Try harder.
Oh, sorry, Tammy Bugard. Oh, and your votes. I got
Round
a good vote
5.
for that one. Nice.
Like any parent, Mary's mother thoughts.
Give it your best shot and enter your dub.
This is gonna go. This is gonna be good. Shh.
Like any parent, Mary's mother thoughts.
Run, sucker, run.
Run, sucker, run.
Like any parent, Mary's mother thoughts.
If I have to listen to the Kankle twins one more time, I may just see how far I can push lead in my ear.
Like any parent, Mary's mother thoughts.
If I can just keep her knees together for one more year.
That's good.
Like any parent, Mary's mother thoughts.
OMG, 3 girls, 5 guys. I wish I was that adventurous when I was her age.
Oh, jeez.
Like any parent, Mary's mother thoughts.
Where is my calculator? I realize now I can't add.
Like any parent, Mary's mother thoughts.
He's going to die at midnight.
It's good.
Which dub did you like best? Vote now!
Oh, God. Oh, God. You guys really make me laugh. It's awesome. Smile on my face. Hey, Zach. She kept the house moved real quiet before Mary came home from college. Oh. Oh. Oh my. Run, sucker! Oh, what the hell happened? I didn't do that. What the hell just happened? I shouldn't have done that.
Hustle! Hustle!
Don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. It crapped out. It said I lost connection to the server. Oh, this is my sport. Damn it. I'm sorry. That was not my fault. I did nothing on that. All right, we'll do 4 rounds. Do 4 rounds. Give me a second. Oh, yeah. For whatever reason, it just exited the game. Oh, Jesus. It's firmer. All right. Just happened to hear it and couldn't resist. All right, let's go back to this. All right, we'll start a new game here. There's only going to be 4 rounds, and hopefully it doesn't lose connection again. It's still on the same thing, but you're going to have a new code for it if it'll connect. It's telling me it's not connecting. Here, I'll show you. See, it says it's connecting. All right, we're just going to stop that one. It's not going to connect. Oh, that's going to crap out on me. I know it is. All right. Well, that's it for that damn game. Son of a buck. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You're really in the hospital. I was in so much pain. The fireman made you come. See, now I think you're pulling my leg, because why are firemen? That just sounds sexual. Just sounds very sexual. But I do hope you're okay. You're okay. Phrasing. Yes. I'm sorry to hear you're in the hospital. I really am. But how many? How many firemen? I'm just curious. How many firemen? Are you that worn out? Can't you leave? You have a good one, Mark West. Read Little House on the Prairie. Oh, yeah. Maybe. Mary, stop it. Love making people come and go. Oh, everything sounds sexual. Yes, I know. I know. I'm slow. I'm slow. I told you guys I'm slow. All right. All right. Well, I will your mouth? What was wrong with what? In your mouth? Oh, what? I don't understand. Don't know what that means. Oh my gosh. You guys are killing me. You guys are killing me. Oh, well, let's see. Let's see. Oh, well, it looks like, what is this all about? It looks like Winning Reality is running some news. Show them a little bit of love. And I'm gonna send all you fine folks over to Winning. He's reading up some news. Tell him that I sent you. Give him a little bit of thumbs up there. Sub if you want to. It's entirely up to you. He's a good friend. He's here in Georgia with me. He didn't get in the game, but was able to vote. I know. I'm sorry. It crapped out on me. I had nothing to do with that. It just decided to crap out. And keep an eye out. Make sure you've got your notification turned on. Anybody that's a member will be getting a notification of the next song that's coming out. And the next video, it'll be popping up in your chat. And I just want to say thank you guys for coming by. Tomorrow tomorrow night. I don't know if I'll be doing a stream tomorrow night, but I will be doing a wonderful stream in the morning. And until I see you guys again, I just want to say, everyone have a wonderful evening. I've got a few things I've got to work on tonight for the holidays, because I will be out of town for a few days, and I may do some streaming while I'm out. I actually may meet up with a couple of people while I'm out of town. If I can make the time for it, I definitely will do that. But everybody have a good night, and remember, hit that like on the way in and like on the way out. I'll see you soon. Peace, y'all.
Looks like I'm living rent-free in your heads again, huh? I mean, if you're gonna spend your days obsessing over me, you might as well start calling me something respectable. Maybe Daddy Shizzy, or better yet, Papa Nut. Who's the grown-up here? All right, it's me. Let's go. Call me Daddy. Yeah, that's who I am. Running your mind's like a master plan. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy. Take your pick. I'm opening your thoughts while you still act sick. Call me Daddy. It's what you mean. Why you chase the crust and I take the lead? Living rent-free. That's my name. Go ahead, say it. Put some respect on the name. Man, I'm too old. Well, here's a surprise. I'm the one with the brains. Why you're stuck with the lies? You act like you're experts, but here's the reality. I'm the one controlling your mental reality. So while you're out there trying to throw shade, I'm sipping coffee and you're feeling betrayed. You're mad, I got the spotlight, now it's my time. So why not call me Daddy or Papa with a rhyme? I'm the landlord and you're just the tenants, stuck in your headspace with no insight, no repentance. Call me Daddy, you know it's true. You'd be lost without me, stuck in the glue. Call me Daddy, I'm holding your mind while you're scrambling, trying to find what's behind. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, don't you see? You're living in my world now, I'm the VIP. Call me Daddy, just let it be. While you're trying to figure out your own identity. Oh, I see you're confused, trying to get it right. Spinning your wheels while I'm out of sight. You think you got it figured, but you got it all wrong. I've been running your minds all along. But sure, keep pretending you don't care. Keep saying you're done, but I'm still in the air. You got no choice but to bow to my name. Daddy Shizzy is here to own the game. You say you don't watch, but you're obsessed. Every word I say puts you to the test. Call me Daddy, Papa Nut, you know you should. Because I've been living rent-free, and you know it feels good. What's behind Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy? Don't you see? You're living in my world now. I'm the VIP. Call me Daddy, just let it be. You're trying to figure out your own identity. Can't you see? Yeah, keep it up. Keep trying, but you'll be stuck with Daddy for life. I'm Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, all in your headspace, and there's no escape. Good luck with that.
Drop in some pink waving hands.